live now to KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller, who is at Penrose Hospital. And Greg, we do know that 6 patients were taken there to Penrose. Earlier, we talked to you, and you saw various cars there of family and friends, I'm assuming, who are awaiting word on people who might have been taken there to Penrose.
Yeah, Heather and James, good evening. What we know so far is that 6 people have been taken here and that they did suffer gunshot wounds. Now, a spokesperson for the hospital came out and told us a few moments ago that he came out and told us essentially they are expecting to get some more people coming in here, patients coming in here, that they were suffering minor injuries at the time, the additional patients that were going to come in here. We haven't seen anybody coming in here yet, but what we're hearing right now, again, is that anywhere from 11 people in total, 6 people here at St. Francis Penrose. They are suffering some minor, that those injuries specifically, the 6 people that were brought in here earlier, those injuries range anywhere, and they couldn't give us any specifics as to how bad those injuries were. There have been some reports of fatalities. Hospital officials will not confirm that yet, neither will any other officers, at least the ones we've been able to speak with so far. You can see this line of cars that you guys brought up a few minutes ago. Those have been here for the past several hours. Police officers, both in marked and unmarked cars, have been coming in. They've been going into the emergency room, presumably to be getting more information. In terms of new information from the hospital, they won't say much, except they were expecting some minor injuries to be coming in here, that they were prepared to treat those people as they came in. They couldn't give us an estimate as to how many people would be coming over the coming minutes or possibly hours, but that they were ready to help in any way they could as soon as possible. Again, the latest numbers we have out of Penrose right now are that 6 people are in the hospital inside the emergency room. Their injuries range. They weren't able to give us specific conditions as of yet. We are still waiting for more information and trying to figure out more. We do know that there were a couple people who came out here earlier this evening, and they had said that they knew somebody who was injured in the shootings earlier today, but luckily that person did not require surgery. That is a little bit of good news in all of this so far, as it's still a very tense moments, especially with those care providers inside the hospital here. As soon as we learn more information, we'll pass it along to you. In the meantime, we're live in Colorado Springs. Greg Miller, KRDO News Channel 13.
Yeah, Greg, and anytime we have a triage situation like this, hospital alert. It has to be on the alert, and staff has to be aware. Earlier you had mentioned that nurses and doctors, additional nurses and doctors, were called to be there to be prepared for any number of patients that they needed to attend to.
They did. They did. And you know, the hospital, and if you worked in healthcare, you know, you have to work holidays. You have to work holiday weekends, no matter what. Granted, they were probably not expecting it to be this bad earlier in the day when they were making out those schedules, but Penrose was very confident when we asked them earlier, you know, how are you guys able to handle this? How are you guys going to be, are you equipped to deal with the triage facility right this? Without a bat, the spokesman said, yes, you know what, we can handle this. We are here. They said that they train with the Colorado Springs Police Department, the fire departments, various law enforcement agencies across the county. They train with those people to prepare for the worst case scenario, which clearly happened today. He did say, in terms of the response, he was very proud of the personnel here. He was very proud of how all the people came in, and even additional doctors and nurses that they had to call in to deal with this. He was very proud of their response to get those people taken care of as quickly as possible. And you know, they know that this is not going to be a short night. They are going to have to continue to monitor the people. They expect more people to be coming in here at any moment, and they don't know how bad those injuries are. Again, it looks like the newest potential patients will not require as intense of treatment, but they are going to be ready for anything as they continue throughout the night. It's going to be a long night for the folks here.
Yeah, and you make a good point, Greg, that 11 victims were taken to local hospitals, but as Colorado Springs Police are able to go through that entire building, we still don't know the extent of the injuries, or we don't even know how many more victims there might be inside that building, and that will unfold here in the coming hours. Hopefully it's not more than that. We thank you for your reports, Greg.
Let's go ahead and get you now over to Carol Ann Vigil. We talked to her a little bit earlier.